my name's Rebecca. I'm 29. No, I'm not. I'm 30 and I live in Newcastle, and you are reporting for Beauty Duty. I wondered when I was going to get that wrong. So as you'll see by the title of my video, today we are doing hyped TikTok products / products that TikTok made me buy. So I have a variety mixture of these things. I even have some stuff that hasn't arrived yet. But I'm actually going out for some dinner tonight, and I wanted to feel, have I got eyelash glue on me? Yeah. Anyway, and I wanted to film since I have a reason to like actually get ready. And for once I'm like actually like no brows, nothing, no primer on the face, just skincare. And also I'll say, like, I wasn't going to film the process. I've thought about filming the process of this, but unless people want it, I have started really doing like rollers and pin curls much more. Even when not putting any heat on my hair to I did have to redo heat on my hair. This is a touch of a failed wash. A failed wash for me is either when my hair comes out way too dry or comes out way too soft. I need it to be sort of middle ground, and because it's too soft at the moment, I'm really struggling to get it to keep its style. So anyway, and especially now I've cut it, if it ends up that it won't keep the style like tomorrow or on Saturday, I'm just gonna have to end up putting in a ponytail. But if people are interested in how I do this, let me know. It's not that interesting, but yeah, I can do like how from the blow drying sort of part right towards the end. So first product, and I don't know where I've done with the lid cap on this, is the Refi Beauty, I don't know, it's like their brown stuff. So I bought this because of TikTok. So I kind of brushed backwards like this. I just don't know about this, to be honest. I've had it for quite a while and I'm just not convinced. I've seen various different ways of using it, and I just it's the white bits on it, and I do normally like scrape off. I've got like really thick eyebrows. I just don't see how this is any easier than like brow soap. Like when I see what she called Jess Hunt or something that owns the brand, or is that, yeah, I'm sure she owns it. And she's so beautiful, and I see her doing her brows and she's just like swipe, go. That doesn't tend to really work for me with this product. I do have a quite big spot coming in the centre there, just ignore that. I just don't know. I really don't know about it. And I tend to let it sit for a couple of seconds. And I do it backwards and forth like that, so I'm kind of coating every single hair. So you'll see it like does it. But I often find by the end of doing my makeup, because I am still brows first, and I find if I do this last, it ruins my makeup around my eyes. So there you go. By the time my makeup is finished, I'm having to just grab a normal brow gel, but watch it work this time, because sometimes it works so good and I just don't know. And then I take the like flat edge of this and sort of smooth up to really get my sort of soapy brow kind of look, and then go back through kind of with the comb. I desperately need to get my brows done by a professional, but it is what it is. And then I'm just going to let that kind of, I don't really know about this product. I really don't. Right, and then next up, let me prime. So the first thing I'm going to prime with is my Avocado Poreless Primer by the Beauty Crop. I don't know, again, I'm not quite convinced. I bought it on TikTok Shop a couple of weeks ago, and it was super cheap. Because it was like my first purchase, I think, so like a couple of pounds or something like that. But I just don't know, to be honest. So I'm just gonna take about that much back of my hand. And that girl that I watch all the time, who does very nice skin, like basic makeup, she loves the Beauty Crop. If you watch TikTok, you know who it is. British girl, really pretty, like blonde. And she swears by their stuff, but she's got really nice skin. I know her skincare routine is pretty heavy duty, but so is mine. Yeah. I just don't know that this makes much of a difference. It's like a bit tacky, which I kind of like. I just don't know. One thing that I bought because of TikTok I did use while I was in the bath, which is like the Quarterly Instant Detox Clay Mask. And what I will say about it is, I know that like some people saying it's poop, is it brought this straight to a head, and it didn't have a head before I used it. So I don't know. Everything works differently on everyone. And then I'm going to take there will be some Charlotte Tilbury in this video. They are such a huge brand right now. If you've watched me before, you'll know I do actually work for the brand. I work as counter staff. I'm a retail artist. But yeah, I'm just putting the stuff on. It doesn't really matter necessarily. So I'm taking this in the shade 4.5. And I'm taking not a huge amount. I'm like scraping this off. I see people slather this on like it's moisturizer. Please, no. And I'm just going to take this on quite, as it gets said, I've really brushed off the dough fit. This is unhygienic, I know. Really, I should have taken this off on my hand first. And then I'm going to just take that I dropped. A foundation brush. This is a Sephora one. I'm just going to blend this in a bit. And you see, it leaves a good glow, but it's not coverage exactly, but I don't look like I've dipped my face in a vat of grease. Just look really shiny, but I don't look too shiny. Oh, I forgot I need to go wet a sponge actually, because it's a TikTok hype sponge. And I'm just going to cover up my spots with a little bit of... So these are also methods that I kind of see a lot on TikTok as well. Before I do the rest of my foundation, just take a high coverage concealer. Doesn't really matter what. Because I'm going to try and use a slightly lighter coverage foundation, but I already know that the colour doesn't work for me, so it's fine. I'm just going to go quickly wet a sponge because I have the Coco Cosmetics sponges. I have those and they are so hyped on TikTok. Like mine is like needs a wash, and oh, there's a hair on. I've just picked it up off the floor, I'll be honest with you. I do have a whole tub, but I don't want to keep reusing, and like I don't want to keep pulling out a new one when I don't need to. I'm just going to go give this a quick wash and dampen it. Yeah, and I do love this, and the foundation that I'm going to use today definitely looks better with a sponge. I'm going to do 2 sponges actually, and I'll be right back with this wet. You know, I've just realised I've started doing my base first, which is obviously not really how I do my makeup, but we move. I don't really have time to be like doing something that fussy anyway, and to be honest, I feel like a lot of the stuff on TikTok is really focused on how your base looks. So I'm taking NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I have this in a shade that is way too pale for me, so we're just going to make it work. I tend to do this first before I do my foundation. So I'm just going to do inner corner like this. See, I put way too much on because it's way too pale. And then I'm doing outer corner. This is a lovely concealer, like I'll give it that. I don't think I've got any hyped up cream bronzers. Do I? Not really. We'll have the new Charlotte Tilbury one showing soon. And then another thing that I bought because of TikTok, and it's become such a firm favourite of mine, is the Lancome Teint Idole All Over Concealer. This is a little darker than my NYX, so I'm just going to pop that in the middle, sort of mix the two. So the NYX is definitely more sort of varying in consistency than this. This is like a full coverage, but it's very lightweight. The hill that I will die on is that this is the best, that the Tinted Doll is the best concealer that I've ever used. I just really, and it's just falling on the floor, I just really, really love it. And then next I'm going to try is, so I wasn't able to get like the Ciate like tanning drops that seem to be really, really popular. But I knew that I was doing a foundation that was a bit dark for me today. So I got, when I was making the peaches and cream order for the first time, they're like sun tint. So this is not what I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing like a shirt dress. Check out my last video. I'm going to wear the green shirt dress. So comes out like a sort of gel like this. And I'm also going to use one of my new peaches and cream brushes. It is a foundation brush, but for this. And then I'm just going to I just want to give you a bit of a bronze. I don't see it. Maybe I'm a bit too dark. Done that, I think. Have I had another one before? I can't remember. I'm going to blend that right down my neck. I'm not convinced that I can really see much of a difference. I think the Ciate Instant Tanning Drops are probably a bit better. And now this just feels a bit sticky. But it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I'll just hit my foundation right down my neck, and what I'm wearing is long sleeved, and it's fine. So I'm gonna take, I have done a video on this and famously I didn't really like it, but we're giving it another go. So this is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Vanuatu. I'm just giving this a good shake. It's too dark for me, so I'm gonna use NARS Soft Matte in the shade Santa Fe, which I also have soft matte in Vanuatu, and it's definitely lighter than the Vanuatu in this, 110%. So I'm just going to do a drop. I'm doing like half and half, I think, of these two. I just know that, like, as much as I'm willing to do things that I don't necessarily like and the colours are a little bit off, I still don't want to feel like shit when I'm going out. So I need to kind of make this, the light reflecting, work. And from my sort of trying to make it work before, I know that a touch of putting in a touch of the light reflecting is the way to do it. Of the soft matte is the way to do it. And I don't seem to really like the soft matte as much as I used to. When I used it on its own, it felt just a touch cakey. So I'm gonna put this on my Cocoa, what are they called? Cocoa Cosmetics by Chloe. It's one of the marshmallow sponges. I bought a big tub of how many, like this. I think it had 4 in it. I've got 2 on the go at the moment. So just using that. Yeah, I significantly prefer this foundation with a sponge than I do a brush. It's just the case for like a lot of lighter weight things. I just feel like a sponge is nicer, and generally I am a brush girl when it comes to foundation, but I find it's because my preferences have changed a little bit. Like when I was just really into the full coverage, I always used a brush, and now that I'm going sort of between full coverage and something a bit lighter, I definitely go between like preferring a sponge and a brush, or putting foundation on with a brush and going over with a sponge is also something that I'm a fan of as well. So if you watch me frequently, oh my god, got a hair somewhere. If you're a regular watcher of mine, you'll know that I am, you'll know that I'm normally a fan of like kind of Scott Barnesing my skin and doing like, I'm putting down my cream bronzer and stuff before. Yes and no. Again, I go between sort of liking, see, I like this much better and the colour is significantly better when I do it like that. I go between liking that style and not, so it just depends kind of like what sort of mood I'm in, to be honest with you. And then I was going to use my Be Perfect foundation, but I thought, nah, the NARS one has been significantly more hyped up than the Be Perfect foundation. I'm going to do a touch of my NYX again, just here. I am determined to cover this travesty. Like the NYX, sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't like it. The thing is I always like my Lancome. So I just don't know, maybe they just haven't played together great. I'm looking a touch creasy. My skin at the moment is going through something really, really odd, to be honest, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't really been filming as much, because I can't seem to really get my skin right. Actually, this combo seems to sit really nicely on my skin at the moment, so I'm really happy with that. I am now going to cream bronze. I'm just going to use my normal thing, which is my Bare Minerals foundation stick in the shade Chestnut, just because I don't have like a Rare Beauty, a Mario one, or anything like that. Mainly because they're not easy to get here, and they're like out of stock all the time. I would love one of the Mario ones so much. Like, it's on my mega list of things that I want. And a lot of what I'm using might only be popular in the UK as well. Like, that's kind of crossed my mind also. I do like to go up and blend into my eyelid. I'm really not having a very organised day, guys. I'm really sorry. Whenever I'm at organised though, when I'm filming, let's be serious here. There we go, now I can blend it a little bit. I might need to go in again with a bit more concealer, because I think I've gone a touch rogue with my cream bronzer even. Just going to use that same Peaches brush that I used to put on that sun tint, because I'm dying to kind of use it to actually do cream products. So always kind of pat and buff in cream products, not too much sweeping. You'll find you will move your base kind of if you do that, and just blending that out. Ironically, considering I work for the brand, is it ironically, but whatever, do not actually own a Charlotte Tilbury contour stick. Even someone that works them, finds them not that easy to get a hold of. So the stars have kind of never really aligned for me to get a hold of one. So this is kind of our current, oh, my neck feels really sticky, state that we are in. I prefer to do cream blusher once I've set my base, but because I'm not going to work and I don't need my foundation to last a million years, I'm kind of not going to do it like that. And then I have another thing that I bought because I saw it being used on TikTok, which is the Armani A Contour in shade 21, and it's like a gel contour. And again, I'll go right into this sort of area with this. Again, this is tips that I've learned from TikTok, as well as like, it's kind of a TikTok transformation. Trust the process. I particularly love this normally to do my lip. And then I'm going to get my Peaches. These brushes are talked about a lot, especially on British TikTok, where Peaches PC08. And I'm just going to, wow, that blended, like, this brush is amazing. I kind of had wanted face brushes from Peaches, not face, eyeshadow brushes, but I have such a weakness for makeup brushes, for face brushes even. And one of the reasons why I haven't done my eyes first either is because I don't really have any hyped up TikTok eyeshadow palettes. I'd wanted the Michaela X Glam Light, but I ordered them and they never arrived, and I ended up in having major issues with the brand. They were super rude to me. It was kind of actually super upsetting. I gave them opportunity to just resend me the palettes. They didn't. I did end up getting a refund, but it's kind of left a really bad taste in my mouth. I would sell a kidney for a Blend Bunny palette. I really, really want one. But again, it's sort of semi, I'm just going to do a little bit of contour up here. It's sort of semi put me off ordering from America. Like, it's made me really, really nervous from ordering from these kind of indie brands. Yeah, it's, yeah, it made me really nervous. So there's that. Then another method I've kind of learned from TikTok is I'm going to spray my, I kind of always did this before anyway. I'm going to spray my face down with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Another super popular item on TikTok. And I did buy it because of TikTok. I did work for the brand when I bought it. I never got one for free. And I bought it because I heard how good it was. I used to be like an absolute ride or die for Urban Decay. But here we are. And I'm just going to set my under eye down. I'm using a Fenty powder. I don't really have like a Givenchy or anything that's like super popular on TikTok. I don't know where my Laura Mercier is packed in my freelance kit. I'm just setting where I need to be immediately set. I'm not, you know, I see these styles, excuse me, of things like, you notice I hardly use any foundation on the nose, so you can still see my freckles through. Yeah, I see these styles of things like mixing blusher with concealer under eye. I don't really, today is not the day for my makeup not to look good, so I didn't quite fancy trying that out. Now I have some Made by Mitchell liquid blushes here, and just looking at the names of them, I've never used these before. I've swatched them, but I've never used them. I bought these again on TikTok shop. Either Toasted Terracotta, I'm feeling, or Papaya Pudding. So that's the two if I hold them up there. So that is Papaya Pudding. Oh, very nice. Very peachy Papaya Pudding. But kind of a burnty peach. And then Toasted Terracotta. I think I'm going to go Toasted Terracotta as kind of on my style. So I'm not really set up here. I always hear people shouting that's too much. Just doing where I kind of like to be blushed. Blush. Don't love that name, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna de-blend. Okay, good. Okay, pigmented. I'm just using the same Peaches brush. Pigmented, okay. Oh, I like it. I think they blend really nice. I'm glad I did them over a unset / semi-set base. Okay, I'd heard varying things about these, and I'm like pleasantly even surprised. Oh, I really like that. And I'm kind of glad it's not, you know, like the Rare Beauty blushes where I see people where they're so pigmented that they end up putting too much on. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Like, I can't be bothered to be like, oh fuck, I put too much of that on. What am I gonna do? I don't have time a lot of the time to be like, I tend to now film where a lot of the time when I'm leaving the house. Well, that's what I try to. I actually, it might not show that well up on camera, but it looks really nice in person. I really super love this actually. Oh, I'm really happy with this purchase. I only tend to set my face a lot when I'm going to work, and I won't be wearing these to work. So I'm actually thinking the lip that I had in mind might not quite work with what I've got going on. And then let me do a touch of bronzer. So what do I have? Now listen, I've never done a cream blush so early on. I never blush at this stage. Whatever. Yeah, now listen. So this isn't meant to be a Charlotte Tilbury video, but I happen to work for the brand which is currently very popular. So I am going to use my airbrush bronzer. I use this in shade 3. Again, I'm taking one of my new Peaches brushes, and this is a PC24. So I'm kind of setting with like the powders that I'm putting on now. I will go in with something. So I don't know why in pictures and on screen, my forehead looks quite big. Trust me when I say I don't actually have a big forehead. Like if you see my wedding photos, my forehead doesn't look big. So I don't really know if it's like the angle that I'm filming and thus photographing in, because this is, as you will see, very similar angle to what I take my photos from. So yeah. We are bronzed, but that's what I like. And I do like to cream bronze and powder bronze and all of the bronze. And then, again, in my defense, this is a hyped up product on the TikToks. So I'm going to use not Peachgasm, but not Pinkgasm, but Peachgasm. How am I going to do this today? Oh yeah, I'm just going to take this off the wand because I've got some debris on the wand. I then prefer a sponge over a brush. This, even on counter, I use little disposable wands to do this. Not wands, disposable sponges to do this when I have my appointments. And it does just, and it looks super nice over that Mitchell blush. Blush, no, I'm calling it blush. I cannot take it seriously and call it a blush, I'm sorry. I just can't. And then the next thing I'm going to use, if I can find it, is I want my Refi Beauty Cream Blush. Cream Blush Cream Highlight. It's right here. Refi. And this is just, it literally has nothing on it. Because and I think she still only does it in the one shade. So I tend to take a touch of that on the back of my hand. And then just straight into my high points. No matter how much I dole out of this, it's never ever the right amount. Yeah, no matter how much of this I do, or little of this I do, it's never the right amount. Like I need to work out how I'm doing this. And then I'm gonna take, I'm obsessed with this, and I know it's had like my blushes on, blush and stuff on before, but I feel like, you see, it just looks wet. You see my brows? I don't like it. I like the highlighter quite a lot. Like I've taken this on holiday with me, like it came to Vienna with me for my birthday. Yeah, I do like it, and I kind of look nice and sunburned. I need to work out like a better lighting situation and things, because this looks probably better in real life than it is on camera. And then what I'm going to take before I do my eyes, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a touch of, am I going to contour? Do we think I look I feel like I look contoured enough. Yeah, just before I bake, I'm going to take my, like a more glowy setting spray. Am I going to bake? I don't know. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Well, dear me. I'm going to take some MAC Mineralized Skin Finish though. And I take this in medium golden, just on a fluffy brush. I'm just going to sort of pat this in. Otherwise, I will go from looking nice and glowy to just sweaty. And trust me when I say I'm very oily skinned, so the glow will amp up within. You might even see it before your eyes. See, my under eye's looking a bit, I don't know. Okay, so as I said, I don't really have a hyped up, how much time do I have? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Don't really have a hyped up eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna do something really quick on that, like something quick matte wise, and then I have some Peaches and Cream pigments. So I don't know about anyone else, but for a while, Peaches and Cream were like popping up on my FYP or you page. Yeah, I'm down with the kids, yeah. Every like 2 seconds. It's not that it was annoying. I actually really loved it and would sit and be like, yeah, I love that combo. Bloody love, yeah, I love it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw on, which I always saw her kind of do in her little videos. And this is a Peaches brush. This is a PC10. I'm gonna throw on a touch of powder bronzer in the crease. Honestly, I do this quite a lot, even for work. A bit of this and a bit of eyeliner, especially if I'm just going to do like a false eyelash. I feel like it's often enough. So just creating some nice definition in my crease for me. And it pulls in with obviously the rest of my face. It's quite heavily bronzed, so it pulls in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to add like a jot, like a kiss. I know I'm off camera talking, but let's just live with it. Because I'm looking for something. I am just going to add a kiss of something a touch deeper. Just because I do like to be a little bit darker in the crease. Ooh, I've got a P. Louise palette here. That'll do it. The cancelled palette. Which is just essentially an absolutely giant kind of, oh, my armpits are not shaved, giant neutral palette. And I'm just going to take a really dark shade called Problematic. Listen, say what you want about P. Louise. I really enjoy the eyeshadows that she makes. And you know what's been so disappointing to me recently, and I've had to like go and unfollow a couple of people, is I just really struggle with continued support of like Jeffree Star. I try and keep like quite neutral in these things. I don't know if I've like talked about it much on my channel, but I do just struggle with continued support of him. And I know I'm saying this whilst using P. Louise, so maybe call me a hypocrite, whatever, because I did support him for the longest time until I just couldn't, when I was finding I was having to like justify myself, and I thought, why are you justifying yourself? The guy is ironically using the shade Problematic, beyond problematic, and drama is putting how he's behaved like pretty lightly. So yeah, rightio, that's just giving me a nice little base. So I did buy 6 of these. One of them is a dupe of one that I already own, but it is a favourite of mine. That is why, no, today is not the day for blue. I kind of think I'm gonna go with, because it's their most like popular shade, is Gatsby, which is more of a neutrally kind of goldy shade, but I feel like it really fits with the look that I'm gone for so far. So I am going to use it. Sorry if you wanted me to do something a bit more interesting. Honestly, I feel like my day-to-day makeup style has really changed. Like I still love doing my creative stuff for Instagram, but my my daily stage is just, my daily style has really changed. And ironically, I'm pleasantly, why am I using the term ironically wrong? I'm actually just using what's in the lid of this. So I don't actually have as much like very hyped TikTok stuff as I thought. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I mean, I probably work for one of the most TikTok hype brands. So there's that. So I do own, obviously I own a crap ton of Charlotte Tilbury. And I probably would still if I didn't work for them, because I genuinely like the brand. You can't work for a brand that you don't like kind of stick by that. Yeah, so I would still own, probably not as much as I do. No, I think that looks super cute. Do you like it? That's a bit of a boring look, Rebecca, but it does look good. Thank you. I understand what you're saying. I take your opinions on board. But we are on a time crunch and going out in public. I'm just going to take Problematic again on the same brush. It's a little damp and sparkly, but it's fine. I'm just going to run that underneath. And then one step that I forgot to do, which is shown on TikTok quite a lot, is I forgot to do a Too Faced lip plumper, and I do that every single day before I do my makeup. Every single goddamn day. I'm going to pop that on now. Now, ordinarily, yes, that was the right word, yes. I do brown liner normally, but I'm not sure where my brown eyeliner is. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of black liquid liner. Just for a little bit more kind of definition to my eye, as this is quite a, I don't know how to describe it. It's blown out. Oh, now that I see this up close, this is such a beautiful shade of pigment. So I have done it quite straight. This is like the Charlotte Tilbury way of doing eyeliner. I see why it looks cute. The kind of more fox eye trend. And this is why I don't normally film liquid liner on camera. Apart from the bit that I need to clean up, they are actually pretty even. Not bad. Not bad. Not perfect, but not bad. That's it for now, eye-wise. I'm just going to take off... What lip am I going to do? Lipsticks. So I have, as I said, I've got a lot of lipstick in the front of me. I have Fenty, like a lot. So what did I stick in my bag? Chanel Boy is what I put in, and then I did buy that on TikTok, so I think I'm gonna just use that. So I'm taking out my Armani A contour again. See, I'm giving myself some free, well, not free because I've had to pay for that. Just giving myself some lip plumper here, and then I'm gonna take the shade. Where the frig is a pencil sharpener in my life? I do not know. I'm just going to take the shade, I don't know where it is, it's a touch blunt. Love Trap. It's fine. And then Chanel Boy is like a balmy sort of one. I'm gonna... Oh, I love this so much. Now, we all know I'm a fan of a fake eyelash, but I'm not going anywhere particularly fancy. I don't really feel like this look particularly needs one, so we're not doing fake eyelashes at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hair out, put my outfit on, come back and film my outro. So I shall see you shortly. Okay, so I am dressed, I've finished my hair. No one, I mean nobody, can tell me that longer hair suits me better. It's not giving amazing today, but no one can tell me that longer hair looks better on me than short hair, because it doesn't. This will drop and look a little less Dora. And you know, from my haul I said there was a pair of earrings I got and I couldn't find them. There they are. So what I will say is I looked at my skin in slightly more natural light. It looks amazing. So I do think that a lot of these methods and stuff like that TikTok are teaching us are great. I don't love this right or wrong business, really, that there seems to be a lot of going on TikTok, but I do love this sort of trend towards like really nice juicy skin. Sure, there's plenty of other things out there that I could have tried. I didn't want to buy anything new just for this video because I wanted it to be stuff that generally TikTok made me buy. please remember that I'm very oily skinned with texture, etc, etc. So a lot of the stuff that's popular on TikTok will just not work for my skin type. I'm also 30 years old, so what looks good on a 22-year-old doesn't necessarily look good on me. You know, so please keep that in mind. I do have fine lines, etc, 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 and stuff like that. I do like, as I said, that TikTok style of makeup seems to be going a lot more towards beautiful looking skin, you know, and I, as much as I still love, oh, that curl is banging, what have I got right there, that's, sorry, I do love still creating cool, bright coloured creative eye looks. Of course, I still absolutely love that, but for the day to day, I feel lovely out and about in something like this where my skin looks glowing, my eyes look nice and big. Like, that is definitely more what I really like. I'm even pulling away more and more from fake eyelashes. I feel like, again, for a look like this, they're not needed. I do have long eyelashes naturally, so I'm not going to keep on doing that if I don't need to do that, you know. I feel like for like a bright look, you know, where it's going to look better buttoned up, I don't know, for like a bright look, something more creative, a lash is needed to sort of carry it off. 100% do believe that. Sorry, I'm just fucking with my hair now. I do 100% believe that. So yeah, my makeup style definitely has changed. I don't care that you can see my spots still. I don't care really when you can see my scarring through. I'm not going to keep piling foundation on top of foundation to cover that, because it's just not realistic and it looks terrible in real life. Just as an FYI. Anyway, enough of that. What did you think of this? I genuinely thoroughly enjoyed filming this. It's great just to get back into, you know, something a little bit more like something that's fun to film. I'm aware that I do a lot of get ready with me's, and this was technically get ready with me, but at least it was something. Yeah, I know people are still interested in the full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I will have the cream bronzer in my hands quite shortly, so I will do that once I've got the cream bronzer. I am going to keep on with the clothing videos, but again, I'm going to do it more on how I style my clothes than continuously buying new clothes. One, I can't afford that. Two, I can rarely find clothes that I like, so good luck to me being able to do that anyway. So don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram. I'll leave my name up there as normal for you. You will see more looks and just silly things over there as well. It tends to be on my Instagram stories. Don't forget to give me a subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to put out like 1 video a week at the moment, going up to maybe 2 moving forward, the best that I can. Sort of thing. Please do give me suggestions of what you want to see down below. I do want to get back into like really traditional tutorials and stuff like that. Would be really fun, but what do people actually want to see? I don't know. I think the thing where a lot of YouTubers are coming from where is that you put in loads of effort for a video and you edit it, and to get like 50 views, it's a bit crap. Like it makes you feel a little rubbish. So I prefer to film what people want to see me actually see me do. Thank you very much to Rebecca's Reporters. Love you guys for sticking by me. I love you guys. Everything that's been on my face will be linked down below. Do comment down below and give me a like if you've enjoyed this video also. And I'll see you next time. Bye.